Right then, lads, welcome back to Cossy's Arsenal podcast. My name is Cossy. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in all parts of the world. I'm back again with the Arsenal transfer update, alongside with a couple of news. We'll be discussing the call-up of 4 Arsenal players for England. Great news for Arsenal, and the likes and the lads and the likes of Saka, Smith Pro, and Ben White have been called up. I think it's a very great achievement to the team, and individually to the boys as well. We'll discuss the fact that Arsenal are interested in Barcelona defender Ronald Araujo, and we have already made inquiries, and it is some sources have said that we have gone as far as offering him 6 million per season, 6 million per year. We'll get into that. We'll also get into some crazy stories around Arsenal, especially Eden Hazard and how they're back in the news. Personally, I want to believe the stories, but at this point in time, probably no. Alexander Lacazette's future gain. West Ham are interested in the lad, and they are willing to take him on a free and give him a huge salary that is actually asking for. And then lastly, we have a new name on the list of players that we are interested in, and that is Moussa Diaby from Leverkusen. Very young winger, very interesting. But I tell you what, if we are going to go to Leverkusen, I would rather pick someone very different, and I'll tell you what and who that is. Right, smash a like on the video, do subscribe to the channel. Lads, let's get this video to 500 likes. I mean, it's been very amazing how you lads have been. It looks like you were waiting for me. I've taken a month without producing content, but the quality is there. You can see it. And what I love is the love is also there. You lads are absolutely amazing. I'm really happy. So I'll keep on making the content better, and I'll keep on being consistent, because that is what you want and that is what I want as well. Let's get to the content. Let's start off with Mikel Arteta. Arteta is not happy, and he's very angry with the Premier League, BT and Sky Sport. Now, the reason yesterday he was asked about after the game whether he was happy that Chelsea and Tottenham games, the games we have in hand, have actually been rescheduled to later dates. And he said, look, this has been done by the Premier League, this has been done by BT, and this has been done by Arsenal. And he said, look, this was sarcastic, but he said, thank you so much, the Premier League. You've really done this all the time. It's always Arsenal. You love screwing Arsenal, and I'm not really gonna disagree, lads. Look, playing on a Wednesday and Saturday, that is a trend we have to get used to, because we are going to go back to the Europa League. That is automatic. We are going to go back to the Champions League. There are high chances there. So playing on a Wednesday and on a Thursday, that should be part of our DNA. Look, it's not been part of our DNA for the last 6 years, but it should get back in our DNA. If not this season, then the season to come. But what I disagree, and where I agree with Mikel Arteta, is what is the reason for rescheduling these games? We missed these games because of COVID. It's not the reason. We missed these games because of of understandable reasons. And now BT and Sky Sport are influencing our game schedule, and that is where I disagree with the Premier League, and that's where I agree with Mikel Arteta. Games should be played when they were scheduled. Don't reschedule them because you're greedy for money. Otherwise, don't fight the fucking Super League. But anyway, lads, Mikel Arteta's comments for me, they caught my attention. I thought BT and Sky, basically screen Arsenal, adding more games to our to our lot at the end of the season. Keep our games in place. Let us play them. Keep it a level playing field, and let's see what's going to happen. But anyway, moving on, lads. We have had 4 players called up for England, and that is Emile Smith Pro, Saka, Ben White, as well as I'm forgetting the other player. It's interesting. I'm forgetting the other player. But 4 players have been called up. Look, I just need to. Right. Who is the 4th player? Right, so Ramsdale, Ben White, Saka, and Emile Smith Pro. I had forgotten Aaron Ramsdale. I mean, at times I forget his English because he's so good. But both of them have been called up, and I think it's a very, very huge, message to, from Arsenal to the whole world on how big the project we have now is. If you look at it, lads, Odegaard plays for Norway. It's automatic. Now we have 4 representatives on the English national team. We have Cedric Soares, who's been called up, for international duty with Portugal as well. Gabriel was called up by Brazil. Literally, this our first 11. Literally everyone plays for their national team. Partey plays for their national team. Xhaka plays for Switzerland. Look, there was a time when this Arsenal side literally had 1 or 2 players representing their national team, but it speaks volumes on how Arsenal have improved. It speaks volumes on how we've actually become better and better and better as a club. So I think it's a huge achievement for the club, and very, very huge individual achievement to the boys as well. Getting into the transfers, this is where it gets interesting, lads. Let us start off with news from Germany. Arsenal have been linked with Bayer Leverkusen teenage winger, and that is Moussa Diaby. Now, Diaby is exciting. He's had a very, very good season, and I think Arsenal will need those that quality always to add in that quality. So if we bring in a player like Moussa Diaby, of course, he doesn't start right away. I think Martinelli at the moment is very hard to oust. I think Saka has already solidified his place there, on the right wing. It's not going to be that easy, but of course you need that constant quality to flow into Carmen. You need the bench to be very, very good. You need options. You need numbers if you're going to become a quality side. But in my opinion, Arsenal should not waste money signing a winger this summer, unless Nicola Pepe finally decides to leave the club. But if he's gonna stay, keep Pepe and then attend to more areas of priority. You have a right backup. You have a backup right back that you have to sort out. You have a central midfielder that you have to sort out, and then 1 or 2 strikers that then you have to sort out. Contract situations of Saka, Martinelli as well have to be dealt with as early as possible. So it's going to be a busy summer, as busy as the last 2 summers. So I think Arsenal for Moussa Diaby, we're going to be linked with these talents, but at times we're not even interested in them. At times it is only these stories actually moving around. But if I were to go for one player from Germany, many, but from Bayer Leverkusen, that would be none other than Florian Wirtz. He's brilliant. He's brilliant. Look, he's picked up a long-term injury, but Leverkusen have already come out and said, look, anyone who wants Wirtz is going to take is going to have to pay huge amounts of money, close to 90 million. That is what they are asking for. I mean, they really these days they really sell the players very, very, very expensively. Kai Havertz, I think that was around 69 million euros for Kai Havertz. Now you're looking at Florian Wirtz, could go for around 60 to 65 as well. Then you're looking at Moussa Diaby, could go for around 60 as well. And then a couple of other players, but I think Florian Wirtz would be the player we should be interested in at Leverkusen. He plays in that role, in that midfield role. He plays predominantly in that 4-3-3, where I think he would be very, very comfortable. Arsenal need him because at some point in time, I still believe Mikel Arteta will decide to go for a 4-3-3. But anyway, Moussa Diaby linked with Arsenal. Alexander Lacazette has been contacted by West Ham, and they are saying they are willing to give him the contract duration he wants and the amount of money he wants. I think this is West Ham playing a very, very dangerous game on Arsenal. I think Arsenal know now how important Alexander Lacazette is, and we just don't want to let him go. We want to at least keep him for another year. Lacazette also has found out how important, how key he is to the development process of this project and the young players as well. So I think at some point in time, I won't be surprised if Arsenal yield and give in to the demands of Alexander Lacazette. At some point in time, I won't be really, really surprised if we yield and give in to the demands of Alexander Lacazette. So West Ham, it would be a very good destination for me. I think, look, if he stays in the Premier League, goes to a club like West Ham, they're decent. They have Mikel Antonio. They just need someone to back him up. I think Lacazette would do that that job very, very well. They could play 4-4-2. Probably Jared Bowen. I mean, they have so many players in in that midfield, and that's why they predominantly play with a one striker and have at least numbers in the midfield. But I think Lacazette and Mikel Antonio could actually play together, and Lacazette could be that kind of lone forward, and then Mikel Antonio has the ability to drop in the midfield, drop on the flanks, because he's been there, he's that versatile, and he's that good. So West Ham, it would be a good buy, it would be a good signing for them. But let's wait and see, because Mikel actually came out and said, look, we want to give him a new contract. He knows what we want to do, and most of the talks have actually not produced or yielded any results, but we want him to stay. Arsenal have also been linked with Houssem Aouar today yet again. If you've watched me on 99 Sport, I've said, when does it end? Like, when does it end? So today, CalcioMercato.com have actually put up this story, and again, we've been linked with him. The story is the story reads: Arsenal are keen on Houssem Aouar still. The player has recently changed his agent, which could be a deal changer from the previous attempt to sign the midfielder. Now, this would be, if Arsenal seriously go for Houssem Aouar and the rumors and everything, this would be the third consecutive summer where we are trying to sign Houssem Aouar. This time it could be a £21 million deal. Last season, last summer it was a little bit less than that. It is a priority area. Arsenal are going to prioritize getting in a new central midfielder. The question is, will it be Houssem Aouar? I'll be here to report to you. Nothing more. I won't react to that more. But the story I want to react to more is Eden Hazard. Arsenal have made inquiries, according to Todo Fijajes and other Spanish outlets. Arsenal made inquiries about the signature of an availability of Eden Hazard. Now, if you look at Hazard and his curve, it was this, and now it is dripping. So Arsenal are interested in Eden Hazard. However much I want it to make sense, it doesn't make any sense for me. It really doesn't. Look, I think we wanted Coutinho, and Coutinho would have done a great job, at Arsenal, like he's doing at Villa. But with Eden Hazard, it's not the injuries. It's just that he's gained a lot of weight. You highly doubt that he's actually working out. Look, I think not all stars can actually be redeemed. I don't think all stars can be redeemed. So for me, Hazard, it's better we stay away from such a deal. Huge wages, number one. A player is a huge gamble. Number two, you never know whether it's gonna work. It's one of those gambles where not gonna work is heavier than could work. Right, so I think the better thing to do is leave that deal alone. Finally, let's discuss Ronaldo Araujo. Arsenal and Manchester United are in a battle for Ronald Araujo, and Arsenal are believed to have tabled a €6 million contract per year for Ronald Araujo. United have tabled €8 million per year for the player. Now, this is scary, because if Arsenal are interested in Ronald Araujo, unless this is a PR spin by the agents of Ronald Araujo to get a heavy contract from Barca, if it's not that, then William Saliba could leave Arsenal for good. I mean, we've seen these things happen. They start like that, and then a player doesn't really never plays for Arsenal. Subsequently, but one thing I'm going to say about Ronald Araujo is one very, very good player when it comes to playing out from the back. And I wasn't really shocked when Mikel Arteta was interested. He's one good player, build-up play. His build-up play, his confidence on the ball is absolutely up in the air. Saliba is going to be reintegrated in the squad. That is what we know from Charlie Watts. So the question is, if Saliba is coming back, then why the links with Ronald Araujo. I won't take it any longer than this. Do me a favor, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel for business, contact me, links and contacts are in the description for us, the discussions. My WhatsApp is in the description. See you very, very soon.